What's up my loves, my name is Paige, this is Pages with Paige, and today we're going to be doing my February book haul revisited of 2020. Welcome to today's video. I'm going to be doing a book haul revisited of the books that I bought in February of 2020. I did start this last month and went over January to then have you vote on the books still in my possession and unread. So I am very excited. This is inspired by Completely Melanie's Have I Read It series, but retitled under Ellie from Earl Grey Books' book haul revisited that she does. So I've mushed those two together and I'm loving being able to see what you all think I should be leaning towards, and I can't wait to see what you vote for this. So for the first round we had the Trauma Cleaner win, and so that is on my TBR for January, and so we need to put out this video. It will be going up on the first Sunday of the month my time, and will close on the third Friday of the month, as the Saturday is usually when I film my TBR videos. Voting will close on the 20th of January, but I don't film it till the morning of the 21st, thereabouts, so there is still time to sneak on in, and I will advise if your comment comes in later just what the dealio is. I'm really excited and I want to talk through February and how I did, and if you could please leave a comment letting me know what book you think I should read out of this list. I'd greatly appreciate it because I'm very excited to get your opinion. I think that the Trauma Cleaner is going to be fantastic, and I will also, I'm still trying to read down these book hauls, so I will still, fingers crossed, get to Heretics Anonymous sometime this year. So let's have a look at the stack. The first one is Grunt by Mary Roach, and I have read this. The next is Do Android Dreams of Electric Sheep by Philip K. Dick, and I have read and unhauled this. Next up, I have Flowers for Algernon by Daniel Keyes, and I have not read this, so this is an option to vote for. Then I have Here in the Real World by Sarah Pennypacker, and I didn't read it, but I have unhauled it. Then I have Arcanum Unbounded by Brandon Sanderson, and this is unread. Some of it's right, but I'm not going to have this to vote on, as I will eventually read it as I'm reading Brandy Sandy's work, so it's not something that I'm wanting to get off my TBR. It's kind of frustrating because I can't read these holds to zero with it sitting here, but at the same time I feel like it's not worth just reading through it for the sake of reading through it if I don't have the background knowledge of Sandy's world. But let me know if I can just read it straight through. I have read The Emperor's Soul and The Hope of Elantris, but I haven't read any of the other systems. Will just be one to motivate me to pick up all of Sandy's works and continue to read through this. Next up, I have The Goblet of Fire in paperback and hardcover for the Ravenclaw editions, and I can't remember if I've unhauled them, but I moved a lot of my Harry Potter stuff to my parents' place, so it wasn't in circulation, but yeah. So I'm going to count it as read and unhauled. Then I have a wonderful birthday gift from Jacqueline from Jaxie Jax Reads, and that's Peter Pan by J.M. Barrie, and I have read this, just not this edition. Then I have She Said by Jodie Cantor and Megan Toohey, and I have not read and unhauled this. And of course, like, 2 months after I unhaul it, the movie gets put out, but I have other non-fiction that I'm more interested in reading that deal with abortion or sexual assault, just not the Weinstein case. Speaking of, the next is Indistractable, How to Control Your Attention and Choose Your Life by Nia El with Julie Lee, and I'm not sure why I haven't read it, but I picked it up. It's fluorescent yellow, which is very interesting, and I haven't read it, so this is one that you can vote for. I'm very curious to see how it does go, so fingers crossed that when I do get to this, it will also have some important information for me to pick up. And then I have Little Women by Louise May Alcott, and I have read this. Then I have Gemina by Jay Kristoff and Amy Kaufman, and I have read and unhauled it. Now, I'm pretty sure a lot of these are gifts, and I can't actually remember who they're from because it was February, my birthday. I think Pages & Co. 2 Tilly and the Lost Fairy Tales by Anna James might have been from Cara, and I have read this. Then With the Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo. This was from my friend Polly, who has a Teachtagram, so I'll leave that linked below. This is a birthday present, and I have read and loved this. And then I think it was from Gavin, was Pinch of Magic by Michelle Harrison, which I have read. A Sprinkle of Sorcery, also by Michelle Harrison, which I have read. The last birthday one was Frost Heart by Jamie Littler, and this was definitely the Waterstones exclusive edition, which Gav sent to me. So I have read and loved all of these. It's just delightful and fills me with joy, and I can't stop smiling because fun times, and just I love these books so much. And then the final book out of the 18 books that I had is Know My Name by Chanel Miller. And this is red. I fell in love with this. It lives on my favorite shelf, like hands down, one of the best books that I read that year. So yeah, February was a fantastic reading month in terms of the ones that I hauled having read them, and also just the quality of books. I think most of these were 5 stars. So to recap, we have 2 books that you can vote for, because I'm not counting Arcanum Unbounded, unless you tell me in the comments that it is definitely something I can read by itself, but I don't think you can. The 2 that you can vote for is Indistractable or Flowers for Algernon. I am very curious about both of these. They're very different. We've got a classic sci-fi and then a non-fiction, so definitely the areas that I have a tendency not to go towards are the ones that are left, obviously, but I'm curious. I'm curious to see where we go with these. Let me know in the comments your votes down below, and I'm super excited. So this is my stack of ones that I have hauled and are still in my possession, and then these 2 are the ones that I have not read. Let me know in the comments, how are you finding this series? I'm loving doing the book haul revisits. I'm really happy doing this, and it just fills me with joy reflecting on the books that I have read and bought, and I'm actually doing pretty well. I have had an idea for a future month, so keep your eyes peeled for that, and I'm very excited to pick up some different things and things that I have been neglecting for 3 years, and hopefully we can make a dent in this backlog and find some fantastic reads in the process. Let me know in the comments what your choice is, and if you're enjoying this series and anything else that you want to let me know. And if you like this video, feel free to give it a big thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more of this mess, feel free to subscribe. I'll hopefully see you on my next video. Bye!